All right, so if I gave you back in the day, if we had something like x over 3 equals 5 over 2, all right? Who remembers what did you used to do to get yourself out of this situation or solve for x? There was a certain technique that you already know that you've learned back in the day. Yes, and what's that called? Yeah, cross multiplication. You totally got it, right? We're going to cross multiply. That's something that you already know how to do. So when we are cross multiplying, right? And when you do that, what do we end up with? Okay, what numbers in specifically? Yes, I realize that we have numbers. What numbers? 15. Where do I get the 15 from? Very good. Equals what? Yeah, 2x. So 15 equals 2x. Then I'm going to divide by 2 exactly. So what's half of 15? There you go. So 7.5 has to equal x. So what was the process that we did? We cross multiplied. Then what did we do? Yeah, we used inverse operations. Very good. Inverse operations. And then finally we solve. That's it. That's pretty straightforward. Raise your hand if you remember doing that. Okay, let the record show only half my class actually. Oh, wait, there. Okay, yeah. Everybody remembers doing that. Okay. Well, guess what? It works the exact same way for a rational equation. So, check it out. If I had 5 over x minus 1, what do you call this? What's this called? This is called something. It has a mathematical name. It's a polynomial over polynomial. What's it called? Is a rational expression. Very good. It's a polynomial over polynomial. Now, if I do this, if I set it equal to, say, x over 4, now what have I created? A rational, very good, a rational equation. Because it's two, namely this one and this one, two rational expressions set equal to each other. That gives me the rational equation. Sweet. Okay. Hey, we solve it the same way we solved the one up above. Are we back on track? Okay, thank you. All right. Hey, what did we do? What's step 1? How do we solve this one? No, that's step 2. What's step 1? Yeah, cross multiply. Good. We're going to cross multiply there, and we're going to cross multiply there. So, give me 5 times 4. What do you got? Yeah, that's easy. All right, then I have x times x minus 1. Now, notice how I actually wrote it out. I wrote it out for save you. Only you guys can. All I do is teach. Why did I write this down? Like this. X times x minus 1. There's a reason for it. What is it? Anybody know it? Yeah, show your work, but there's more than that. Yes. Getting x by itself. We're going to do that in a second. But I want to make sure that you don't forget to distribute here. Right? Because this is x times x minus 1. A lot of students don't see this as a binomial. So make sure you do. So let's see here. 20. Let's use the distributive property. You got it. X squared minus x. All right, now, what kind of equation do I have here? Yeah. I have a trinomial. Very good. So, what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. You guys are ahead of me here. But that gives me 0 equals x squared minus x minus 20. This is a specific type of trinomial. You're close. You're kind of hitting the target. What type of that is? What type of a polynomial is that? It is a trinomial. Good. That's how many terms it has. But what's the degree of this trinomial? A 2. So all trinomials with a degree of 2 are called something. Well, that's the graph that it makes. Come on, you're almost there. What? Quadratic. Very good. Quadratic. And how do we solve quadratics? Through a diamond problem or factoring. Good. So what number goes on the top? Negative 20 numbers on the bottom. Negative 1. What two numbers make that work? Ooh, a 5 and a 4. Let's see here. Now the 1 has to be negative, so which one of the two has to be negative? The 5, right? Because negative 5 plus 4 gives us the negative 1. And the negative 5 times the 4 gives us that negative 20. So we have 0 equals, I'm going to factor this now. We've done this a million times, so this should be good to go. X minus 5 and x plus 4. Now, back to what you said before. What property allows me to continue to solve? Yes, the 0 product property, because I have two numbers I have this number and this number. They're being multiplied together, and they equal 0. So the zero product property says that if 0 equals A times B, then either A is 0 or B is 0. So that's a blast from the past. That's coming up. Okay. So either x minus 5 is 0 or x plus 4 is 0. You guys following this? So what are my two answers? 5 or x equals negative 4. Those are the only two answers I have. Now let's go back and check to make sure that I'm allowed to plug those in. Yep, I can plug a 5 or a 4 in there because I won't get a 0, and then there's nothing else I have to worry about. So my two answers are, for this problem, negative 5 or a negative 4. So it is possible to have equals x over a 7. Okay, with your partner, try and work it out. When you have an answer, raise your hand. I'll come by and write it down, and then we'll see how many different answers we get as a class and try and defend one of them, okay? Class answers, we'll write them down over here. So we got negative 2 over x plus 9. Remember, this is a binomial, and equals x over 7. Go ahead and work that out with. Okay, here are the answers that you as a class have produced. You guys are giving me x could equal negative 7 or negative 2. X could equal positive 7 or positive 2. Or you guys gave me x squared plus a 9x equals negative 14. So I have option 1, option 2, option 3. All right, which one are we going to defend? Who can defend one of these answers? Okay, you want to come up and defend it, or you just want to tell me? Okay, go ahead. Which one are you going to defend? 1, 2, or 3? You want to defend this one? Okay, why? Tell me what you do. She says we cross multiply, so okay. X times x plus 9 equals negative 2 times 7. So what would I get when I cross multiply? She says x squared plus 9x equals negative 14. Hey, that looks familiar. Huh. Interesting. Okay, then what? Then she says we add 14 to both sides. And what would that give you? X squared plus 9x plus 14 equals 0. Okay, good. Now what do I do? Do a diamond problem. Okay, what number was on top? What number was on the bottom? She says 7 and 2. Is that right? All right, cool. Then what do I do with that? Okay, 0 equals, yeah, okay, x plus 7, then what? And an x plus 2. All right, good. Yeah, what do I do now? So she says x plus 7 equals 0 or x plus 2 equals 0, and then what? Gives you negative 2. Then what? Subtract 7. Okay, so that's how she got negative 2 and negative 7. Who agrees that what we have on the page is good? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. Let's explore the other two answers. What happened? What do you suppose is going on here? How did somebody get 7 and 2? They didn't finish the problem. What do you mean by that? Yeah, they just stopped here and said, "Oh, the answer must be 2 and 7, right?" Now, what do you think? What happened here? Did we see this anywhere? What's going on with this one? They didn't finish the problem again. They only got about halfway through it, right? So we got to finish the problem all the way. Hey, very nice job defending that. Okay, next one. I want you to try this one on your own. Last one, I want you to do 6 over x minus 4 equals 3 over x. Raise your hand when you have an answer, and we will come up with some class answers. Get back in your seat, please. Okay, here's the answers that I got from you. Some people said the answer was 4, and some people said the answer was negative 4. Those are the only two answers that you guys came up with as a class. So one of these might be right. Tyler, what do you got, dude? Tyler says this one. Why? You have to defend it now. You want to come up and do it? Yeah, come on up. But you got to explain as you go. All right, this is Tyler. He's going to explain what he did. There you go.
All right. So, of course, the problem is 6 over that equals, well, I don't want to scribble on the top thing, so I'm going to write the bottom. So then you cross multiply these two together. So when you cross multiply 6 and x, you get 6x is equal to, and when you cross multiply 3 into x minus 4, you get 3x minus 12. So then, what I did is, I subtracted 6 into 3x. It came out as 0 equals negative 3x minus 12. And then you add 12 to 0. Which makes it 12 is equal to negative 3x, and you divide negative 3, which equals negative 4x.
Okay, who agrees? Hands up if you agree. What was your process, Tyler? Can you explain your process to us?
First, cross multiplication, and then, whoops. Then, I don't know what it's called, this.
What do we call that? What's step 2 of the process that we did? Yeah, inverse operation.
Alright, inverse operation.
After you do that, what do you do? At the very end, you solve
the equation.
Solve for x. Very good.
Solve for
okay,
x.
Is it right? Yes. All right, yes, you're right. Nice job, Tyler. Have a seat. You can watch yourself tonight. Do that if you want.